Hello dear students, how are you? I hope you all are hale and hearty and are enjoying the online sessions. Okay dear viewers, can you tell me how do plants grow? Also, can you tell me the names of the things or food items that are soaked before cooking? And have you ever eaten any sprouted cereals or pulses like black chana or moong dal? Dear friends, today we will read and understand about seeds. The chapter we are going to start today is taken from the NCERT textbook of Environmental Studies for grade 5. The name of the textbook is Looking Around and the name of the chapter is Seeds and Seeds. See, nature has given us so many things. We should always be grateful to nature. So dear students, as we know that the chapter is based on seeds, before we start, let's try this activity. Here is a list of certain vegetables and fruits. Try to tell me that which of these contain seeds and which of these are seedless or without seeds. Are you ready? Let's drag them to the proper column. The list is as follows: apple, watermelons, tomatoes, oranges, limes, bananas, grapes and lemons. So let's try and select as per the category of with seeds and without seeds. So if I ask you about apple, do you think that an apple contains seeds or it is without seed? Yes, tell me. Think. We eat apple and we also see that inside an apple we can find seeds. So yes, it will fall under the category of a plant with seeds or of a fruit with seeds. Next, watermelons. Try it yourself. Watermelons are with seeds. Next, what do you think about tomatoes? Yes, tomatoes have seeds or not? Yes, they have very minute seeds. After tomatoes, we have oranges. What do you think? Have you seen seeds inside an orange or not? Yes, it has seeds. Then limes. Limes too have seeds. Okay, what do you have to say about bananas? Have you seen a seed inside a banana? No. We can say it is without seed. Next, grapes. Also, we haven't seen any seeds inside grapes. It is also seedless. By seedless here I mean that we do not throw out the seeds while eating this fruit or vegetable. Next, lemons. Have you seen seeds inside the lemon? When you make shikanjavi at home, have you seen? When we squeeze lemon, do you find any seed? Yes, lemons have seeds. I hope you all enjoyed this activity. So let's begin to read the chapter now. Now, dear students, let's know what is contained inside the seed. Have a look at this picture. Inside the seed, there is a small embryo. Embryo, we can say, a small cell of a plant from which the seed grows, or this embryo will help the seed to grow into a big plant. Also, we can see a seed coat, and the entire thing which is seen here is the food stored. From this food stored, the embryo gets nourishment, or the embryo gets its energy to grow. If we provide water and warmth to our seeds, the seed coat will absorb water and with the time it will crack. Once the seed coat opens, the seed will consume food from the cotyledon and will begin to grow. Can you see this area in the picture? If we could open our bean seeds, this is what we would see inside it. The baby plant or the embryo, a hard seed coat to protect the embryo, and the cotyledon which will feed the embryo until it can make food for itself. So, the embryo gets the food from the cotyledons. I hope it is clear to all of you. See it in the picture and try to understand. Yes, this is all contained inside the seed. In this chapter, the information about seeds is given through a story of Gopal. So let's read the story of Gopal. Gopal was waiting for his Mausi's family to visit them. They will be coming the next day for their holidays. He was thinking about all the fun and nice food that he would have with his cousins. Just then, his mother called out, "Gopal, before you sleep, remember to soak 2 small bowls of chana." Chana we know, gram. She was going to his bua's house and would return only in the morning. As he was soaking the chana, Gopal thought, how will 2 small balls of this be enough for 8 persons? So he soaked another 2 balls of chana. When his mother returned the next morning, she saw that the chana were overflowing from the vessel. "How much did you soak?" asked his mother. "How did that happen?" wondered Gopal. "You soaked too much. Anyway, it is good. Now I will cook half of them and leave the other half to sprout. I can send these to your aunt. The doctor has told her to eat sprouts," Mother said. She tied half of the soaked chana in a wet cloth and hung them up to sprout. I hope you all have enjoyed this story. Let's try to answer the questions. Who told Gopal to soak the chanas? Options are A. Gopal's mother or B. Gopal's Mausi. What is the correct option? It's A. Gopal's mother. Next, who was going to visit Gopal in holidays? Options are Gopal's Bua and her family, or next option is Gopal's Mausi and her family. What is the correct option? It is second one, Gopal's Mausi and her family. Next, how many bowls of chana did Gopal soak? Options are 2 bowls or 4 bowls. Yes, what is the correct answer? The correct answer is 4 bowls. So dear students, we have learned that Gopal soaked a great quantity of chanas. So what did his mother do to make sprout of these extra chanas? The mother hung the soaked grams or chana in a wet cloth to sprout them. Next question is, what advice was given to Gopal's Bua by the doctor? Options are to have eggs or to have sprouts. What is the correct option? It's to have sprouts. Let's try an interesting activity. You will all have to do it and later on see the results. Do you remember that in class 4 you all did an activity with seeds? Now try another one. take some chana and 3 balls. Put 5 chana in the first ball and fill it up with water. Put a damp piece of cloth or some cotton wool in the second ball. Now keep the same number of chana in it. Make sure that the cotton wool or cloth remains wet. Put the same number of chanas in the third ball. Do not put anything else in it. Cover all the 3 balls. Now leave it for 2 days and notice the changes in these 3 balls. I hope you will do this experiment. Now let's try to understand the process of germination. Let's know what is this germination. Germination refers to the process by which an organism grows from a seed or a spore. Or we can say germination refers to the process by which a plant grows from a seed or a spore. The most common forms of germination include a seed sprouting to form a seedling and formation of a sporulation from a spore. I hope you can see this in the picture. Yes. The seed germination process includes water filling inside the seed, water activating the enzymes, seed growing a root to access water. Next, the seed growing shoot that grows further towards the sun. The shoot growing into a leaves. So this is the process of seed germination. And the time required for this process is about 1 to 2 weeks. Or we can say the time required for a seed to come up on the ground as a plant is for about 1 to 2 weeks. As in the chapter, we read that the mother makes sprouts of the chanas. Let's try and understand what is the process of sprouting. Sprouting is a natural process by which seeds or spores germinate and put out shoots, and already established plants produce new leaves or buds. How it is done? The seeds are soaked in water for around 20 minutes to 12 minutes depending upon the size and type of the seeds. Then the seeds are hung in a damp cloth, or also there are certain vessels specially called as sprouting vessels. This sprouting is a very healthy technique, and the sprouts we get are very healthy for us. It requires proper climate, a good variety of seeds, and a controlled amount of moisture. I hope you can see these things in the picture, how seeds are being sprouted. And there are certain seeds that we use for sprouting, such as the moong beans or the moong dal, the soya bean sprouts, other pulses, cereals like wheat, oat, maize, barley, oil seeds like sunflower, almond, peanuts, etc. The sprouts we obtain have a rich amount of proteins in them, essential amino acids, and also they contain a rich amount of vitamins. I hope you all have understood the process of sprouting. Now, one question comes to my mind, and I want you to help me to find answer to this question. Do you think that all plants grow from seeds, or only some plants grow from seeds? Dear students, not every plant grows from a seed. Some plants like ferns, mosses grow from spores. Look at the picture. I know we all have this in mind that How does a big plant grow from a tiny seed? Yes, this is very surprising. How a tiny seed grows into a big tree. The tiny seed absorbs water and nutrients from the ground and it grows into a big plant. Like we human beings take nutrients and we eat food and grow up into an adult, similarly, tiny seeds absorb water and nutrient from the soil and they grow up into a big plant. As we know that the seed absorbs water and nutrient from the ground or soil and grows into a new plant. But what are the other important things required for its growth? So, we need to know this as well. Let's try to understand. Seeds want to germinate when they meet these three conditions. They need water, correct temperature or warmth, and good soil. All these three things are important for a seed to germinate. In the absence of any of these, the seed will not be able to grow properly. I hope you all will remember the three things: water, correct temperature, and good soil. And also do not forget, it needs sunlight and care to grow. If we have soaked certain seeds in the mud or soil, the seed should also get that care and love from us. And the warmth can be provided through sunlight as well. Let's read about plants which hunt. There are certain plants which are also called the hunters, or we can say there are some plants which hunt other insects or small animals. So let's read. There are some plants which trap and eat frogs, insects, and even mice. The pitcher plant, also known as nepenthes, is one such plant. It is found in Australia, Indonesia, and Meghalaya in India. It has a pitcher-like shape and mouth is covered by a leaf. The plant has a special smell that attracts insects to it. When the insect lands on the mouth of the plant, it gets trapped and cannot get out. What a clever way to hunt! So, we learned that there are certain plants which can trap small insects like spiders and other small animals like frog and even mice. Now, we will read about wandering seeds. Students, we know that plants do not have legs to walk. Plants cannot move around. Once they grow, they remain in the same place. But their seeds are great travelers. We can say that the seeds are wandering seeds. They can reach far and wide. These seeds cannot fly, but they can still travel by sticking on to the fur of animals or on a clothes. In this way, they get a free ride. Also, during rainfall, they grow well with the rain water. Now, let's move ahead. Do you know how the idea of Velcro came in Switzerland? Let's read and understand. This happened in 1948. One day, George Mestral came back from a walk with his dog. He was amazed to find seeds sticking all over his clothes and on his dog's fur. He wondered what made them stick. So he observed these seeds under a microscope. He saw that the seeds had many tiny hooks which got stuck to clothes or fur. This gave Mestral the idea of making Velcro. He made a material with similar tiny hooks that could stick. Velcro is used to stick together many things like clothes, shoes, bags, belts, and many more. What a way to take inspiration from nature. After reading this story, we can say that nature can inspire us to make great discoveries. Nature inspires us in many ways, and hence we should not harm it. We should love it and respect the gifts it gives to us. The first question is, while returning from walk, what idea came to the mind of Minstrel when he looked at the seeds sticking to his clothes? Options are A. To invent Velcro, B. To grow plants. Yes. Which idea came? The correct answer is A. To invent Velcro. As we have learned that seeds spread and travel with the help of animals, air, and small insects. Let's read about who came from where. Have you included human beings also in your list? Yes, we also carry seeds from one place to another, knowingly or unknowingly. We bring the seeds of plants that we find beautiful or useful to grow them in a garden. Later, the seeds of these plants spread to the other places. Many years later, people may not even remember that these plants did not grow here earlier. They were brought from somewhere else. Do you know from where chilies came to our country? Chilies, also known as mirch in India, were believed to be brought to Asia by Portuguese navigator during the 16th century. These came to India with Vasco da Gama and became very popular. Chilies are not only used in Indian food but also in Ayurveda. These were brought to India by traders coming from South America. Today, we cannot think of food without chilies. Let's recite a small poem based on who came from where. Potato, chili or tea? Tell how they came to me in the market across the 7 seas. Through business or through gifts or through some fights and rips. Whichever route it could be, they just came finally to me. Potato, chili or tea? Guava is from Mexico. Chili found its root here too. In its South America that it grew up along with potato and groundnut, along with tomatoes which are loved by you and me. Potato, chili or tea? When we see Europe in the map, that's where radish and cauliflower are to be tapped. Africa gave okra to me. Along with that brown coffee, world known its fame be. Oh, potato, chili or tea? Soya bean from China was loved immensely by America. Came home after winning every stage. Surely it has a lot of advantage. Tea can be called China's auntie. Even if it does, just let it be. Oh, my favorite potato, chili and tea. Brinjal, hyacinth bean, jackfruit or bitter gourd, ginger, sponge gourd, apple gourd or pointed gourd, mango, orange or black pepper, all are local brother and sister. Born in India, not elsewhere. So, who came from where? Let our minds be free. Oh, potato, chili and tea. In this poem, the poet has said that whichever vegetable we eat, they have come from the different parts of the world. They have come across the 7 seas and they are not alone from India. Traders around the world brought these items as gift. At times during the wars, these things entered our country whichever way it was. Whenever 2 countries fight, goods move from one country to another country. Chili came from South America. Tomato also came from South America. Groundnut, potato and guava also came from South America. Okra is from Africa. Brown coffee is also from Africa. The poet also tells about other veggies. Cauliflower and radish is from Europe. Tea is from Assam. China's soybean was loved by America, and then America started growing the green bean that we eat. Now, fill in the blanks with suitable answer. The first one is tea belongs to dash place in India. The places are Assam or Meghalaya. Yes, what is the correct answer? It is Assam. Next, Gopal soaked 4 bowls of dash. Options are chana or rajma. Yes, recall from the chapter. What is the correct option? It's chana. Next, plants spend all their lives standing at dash. The choices are one place or wandering around. Do you think plants can wander around? So, what is the correct answer? It's at one place. Next, the family of Gopal's aunt had dash. Options are the family had holidays or working days. The correct answer is holidays. So they decide to spend their holidays at Gopal's place. Now let's move ahead and try to answer true and false. The first statement is coffee is the gift of Africa. True or false? Yes, it is a true statement. Next, plants don't need water. Is it true or false? Tell me. It's a false statement. Next, a family of 8 members arrived at Gopal's place. True or false? It is a true statement. Next, chilies were first grown in South America. True or false? It is a true statement. Next, tea was first grown in America. True or false? Yes, recall from the chapter. Is it true? No, it's a false statement. So, dear student, I hope today's session was an interesting one and you learned a lot with the help of the poem that made you to understand the history of various popular vegetables of India. Now, try to complete the sprouting activity by yourself. Draw the picture of sprouts and paste that picture in your notebook. On this note that we will meet again, I say goodbye and thank you. Till we meet again, stay safe, stay healthy and happy learning.